Hey guys, Joel here. So for today's video, I'm going to do a try a chapter book tag. So basically, I'm going to choose some of the books that I have not read yet, and then I'll read the first chapter of these books. After reading all the first chapter of these books, I'm going to choose one book that I need to finish. I got this idea from Books and Lala. So I already chose the books that I have been trying to read for the past couple of months or even years, and then still failed to pick them up. So what I have here is The Safest Lies. This is a young adult thriller crime mystery. Second one is a middle grade fantasy, The Amulet of Samarkand. This is the first book of a trilogy. This is by Jonathan Stroud. Sing Unburied Sing. I picked this one up because I got this from Big Bad Wolf last year here in Cebu, and Big Bad Wolf will be coming back again next week, and still have not read this one yet. Young adult fantasy, it's Walk on Earth, a Stranger. I got this from Book Bench Bazaar. And the last one, I chose Tell Me Three Things by Julie Boxbaum, and this is a young adult contemporary. So we'll see. I'll read the first chapters of these books, and then there's 5, and I'll come back with my impressions of the first chapters of these books, and I'll choose one. So I'm going to try first this one, Walk on Earth, a Stranger by Ray Carson. And this won several awards, like Kelsa, and it's kind of cool with the map. So I finished reading Walk on Earth, a Stranger by Ray Carson, the first book of a trilogy. This is a young adult fantasy and follows a girl named Lee Westfall, I think. And then it follows the main character, Lee Westfall. She has this ability to sense gold, so it's very useful for people to use this ability to mine gold. On the first chapter, my first impression for the first chapter is that it's a layback. She's hunting a deer, and basically her dad is sick, and she's the one who's gathering food for his family. She's feeding a chicken, and she's trying to stop herself from sensing gold again because she prioritized getting food first before finding gold. So we'll continue reading with this one, Tell Me Three Things. By the way, this one got 9 pages for the first chapter, so we'll try again for this one. This one has how many pages? 8 pages for first chapter. Alright, so I finished reading the first chapter of Tell Me Three Things by Julie Boxbaum. This is apparently a young adult contemporary. This follows our main character, Jessie, in the first chapter. She is a new kid in town, a new kid in the high school, or in her school. She has no friends, and then she feels so lonely until one day she receives an email from somebody nobody, and this somebody nobody asked her to be her virtual guide. And virtual guide trying to say that you need to avoid this, you need to avoid that, don't eat burgers from the cafeteria because they contain sperms, etc, etc. So she is so lonely, but at the same time she finds it very creepy for someone to be stalking her, and very creepy for someone to be sending her emails whom she don't know or don't have any idea who is this guy or girl. And that's basically is the first chapter, just an exchange of emails between these two. So let's go on the third one. The first chapter of this one has 8 pages also, so alright, so I am done reading the first chapter of The Safest Lies by Megan Miranda. This is a young adult mystery crime slash thriller. I don't have any idea yet. The mother of the protagonist, Kelsey's mother, has not set foot outside their front door in 17 years. That's weird. And then one day, after school, she went back home. Her mother, she can't find her mother. That's it. So the first chapter of this one is just basically the normal routine of Kelsey after leaving her house and then going to school. What she's doing to school: she's introvert, avoiding crowd, avoiding hallways, do some tutors, and then calling her mom before she went home, and then arriving home. That's it. Next book that I have is Sing and Buried Sing by Jasmine Award. The first chapter of this book contains 38 pages, which is shocking. So I might sit this one down and choose another book. 38 pages for chapter 1. Too much. Let's proceed to this one. Middle grade fantasy, The Amulet of Samarkand. Alright, so I finished reading the first chapter of The Amulet of Samarkand by Jonathan Stroud. This is a middle grade fantasy, and I was enjoying the first chapter. So the synopsis of this is that we have, what's the name of the kid? Nathaniel. Nathaniel is the apprentice, a kid apprentice of a very strong magician, and apparently he's been learning a lot from this magician. He summoned a 5,000 genie named Bartemius, and then after successfully summoning Bartemius, a very strong genie, this kid asked or told Bartemius to steal the Amulet of Samarkand, a very, very powerful amulet, from a very powerful magician, Simon Lovelace. And Bartemius, as much as he don't want to because it's a very dangerous task, he needs to because the kid who summoned him is already his master and he's bound to a spell that he needs to do whatever his master is asking him. Genie full of wisdom fighting against the will of a very stubborn, arrogant kid. So I already read 4 books. I'm supposed to read 5, but apparently, again, this one contains 38 pages for the first chapter, so I need to look for a replacement for this one. Let me see. I'll be back. I decided to pick On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Angie Thomas is very famous for her work, The Hate You Give, which I really, really love. One of my favorite reads last year, The Hate You Give. I also love the movie. This is her second book. The Hate You Give is her debut novel. I thought this one only has 19 or 13 pages for chapter 1. It actually has 19. So I finished the very long chapter or first chapter of On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This is basically the first chapter is we follow Bree inside her classroom. She is supposed to focus answering her ACT practice test because again it's ACT, it's very important, it's a practice test though, but she's not. She's very preoccupied because she is waiting for a call or a text from someone, because prior to that she registered into this private, I think it's private, it's a rap battle, and it's about to happen the same afternoon after class, and then she has not she did not receive any confirmation. So instead of focusing on answering the ACT practice test, she is so preoccupied and did not answer the test and just wait for a confirmation. She's just looking for her phone, and then when it's time to submit, she just answered randomly because it's A, B, C, D only, so chances are. And then teacher talks to her, why are you so distracted, what is happening to you? And she said blah 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 blah, and she wants to be a rapper. And teacher said, oh, you want to be your father? Apparently her father is a great rapper, a legend rapper, and she wants to follow the footsteps of her father. And then after that, she went home, still no confirmation, no text. She's so sad. She confronted Joe, I think Joe, his brother or his uncle, and then they've been talking about blah blah. Joe scolded her for not answering or taking it seriously, the ACT. And then while they're fighting or having some conversation, she received a call from this DJ blah blah, and this DJ was looking for her, and she said, yes, this is me, I'm Bree. And then the DJ said, hey, congratulations, are you ready? I got you a spot tonight. So again, I've read the first chapters of these books. Now, as promised, I need to choose one that I need to finish reading. This one was really funny. It's kind of thick though. It's a middle grade full of magic. I did smile on this one. The characters, Bartemius was hilarious. So this one was a typical Angie Thomas, heartwarming. The writing style was great. I miss her writing style. And the first chapter, I was captured by how cool the characters were. It was really relatable and really felt really real. The Safest Lives was kind of vague. It's really really short, so it did not give me more what the book is all about. Walk on Earth, a Stranger, it's very atmospheric. It's a good way to escape. It's fresh, it's magic also. But tell me three things, very modern. Oh, now I need to choose one. I'm torn between. I'm just going to eliminate The Safest Lies. I'm done with 4. Out of these 4, I need to choose one that I need to read for the month of August, right? Wow, I'm shocked that this is my last option. This is just a replacement, but both. I think I'll pick this one. The Amulet of Summertime. It's kind of thick though, and for a middle grade, has a small font. But I really really enjoyed reading the first chapter, so I'll read this one in August, and probably pick this one also if I have enough time, because I did enjoy also the first chapter, which I did not expect. So that's it guys, thank you so much for watching this video. So this is the book that I'm going to read by the end, or within the month of August. For this challenge, they read the chapter tag. It's kind of great experience because I read 5 books in first chapters of the 5 books, and it's kind of cool. I'll be doing the same challenge again in the future. So for now, I'll review this one probably in my August wrap up. Thank you so much guys.